He's going to go up against Nathaniel Kunkam. Strategizing is Bisson with Loic Roy, trying to figure out what the strategy might be on getting pucks on goal. That's a 3-1 lead, but a reminder that goals do matter in this tournament because they can help with playoff positioning really well. The Boston bench, or the Bruins bench, excuse me, looking for an explanation. It's a 4-minute penalty. It looks to be a double minor. Is it one for high sticking, I believe, and I believe it's one that's going to be for the interference call afterwards. So for that reason, it looks like the Bruins are going to be down a man for 4 minutes.
And that's not what you want to see from the Bruins bench. When you're down by 2 goals, not even halfway into the first period, losing one of your better players for pretty much the rest of this period is definitely going to hurt you.
So now a pinch along the boards here behind the net. Nathaniel Kunkam takes it up for the Bruins. He's just going to rifle it down and kill some time into this penalty. Should be settled behind the net here by number 31 on the Maple Leafs. That's Christopher Zagara. Oh, no, excuse me, that's not. Yeah, it is Christopher Zagara. Oh, no, it's not. It's Mathieu, excuse me. The extra move here by Soud is to open into the line here. Enter into the zone. It's going to play down to Pouliot. Pouliot on net. No, it actually goes wide of the mark. Had all day to sort of shoot, look for a deflection, but no one was home. Settled down now by Loic Roy. We're going to play it over to Bisson. Bisson down to Roy. Roy from the point. Back to Bisson. Tried to get a little give and go going, but he fanned on the pass. Pouliot tries to go around Kunkam, can't really do it cleanly. And the other Pouliot now on the Bruins side tries to take possession of the puck, and he does. Trying to clear it now. It's settled down by Pouliot. Pierre-Alexis Pouliot, I should say. Pass back to Bisson. Bisson, the Leafs looking to set up here. Good pinch by the other Pouliot to take away the puck there. So it's a bit of a fight for it, and then finally they're going to rifle it down and kill even more time in this penalty. We've seen the Bruins have been sensational with the special teams. They've scored a lot of short-handed goals, especially actually, so really emphasizing how good this penalty kill can be. Preston Potter has the puck around center ice. He's ever dangerous, as we saw early on, and he actually tries to fire it off the glass, but just misses the mark and goes into the Bruins bench area.
Yeah, and Preston Potter just trying to clear it there. Unsuccessful, but this is going to give the Leafs a chance to take a quick breather. They've been coming in hot. They came in hot in this game, and they're still firing on all cylinders right now. The Bruins are really going to have to adjust and try and give the Leafs a run for their money.
Pass back here to Zagara. Francesco Zagara trying to play it into the zone. It's going to be Boucher who takes it back to Potter. Potter at the D position. He's going to go right over number 10. He's going to be a blocker save. Number 10, that is Kalen Stacey of the Maple Leafs. Finally fired around by Thomas Pepin, and they clear the zone. 1:44 remaining in the penalty here to Nikolaitis. Settled down by Zagara here. The Leafs Zagara, Francesco Zagara, one of the better players on this Leafs roster, and definitely a captain's president, a leader, as I've been told in the locker room. Even just to have fun. Quickly shoved off the puck is number 10, Stacey. Allaire had it taken away from him by Potter now as well. Preston Potter, nifty move in the center of the ice, still has it. Possession, scores! Preston Potter, right-handed shot, goes to the forehand and sneaks it glove side past St. Allaire, and it's 4-1 for the Maple Leafs.
Preston Potter is a magician. I don't know how many times we have to say it. This guy has magic leaking out of his skates. It seems like every time he touches the puck, something good happens for his team. He manages to find his way through the entire Bruins defense and put it past St. Hilaire for his second goal of the game. Seems like we're going to be saying his name a lot this afternoon, as we already have with his second goal. It's 4-1 for the Leafs.
So the good news for Boston is or the Bruins is they go back to full strength. The bad news is it's a 3-goal deficit that you have to deal with here. Some discussions going on as the clock is still running down. So 2:09 is what it indicates on the scoreboard left to play in this first period. The Leafs will win it back, but Zagara will have to chase after it. It does clear the zone, and the Bruins try and pinch along the boards. It's going to be Kunkam who picks it up here for the Bruins. Daniel Kunkam still has it on his stick. Can't get it off of him. As he got many Leafs player, he just runs by. Going to be a shot, and it's going to be a good save here made by Joshua Mathieu. It's a battle for it here as in comes Bellavina, hits a skate, and the Leafs try and take it away. It's Boucher. Boucher's going to try and play it down as a race after it. It's Preston Potter and Nikolaitis trying to fight for it. Nikolaitis, good defensive play there and moves it forward to Kunkam. He's going to settle it down here for Boston.
And Nicolaitis looking frustrated with Preston Potter as you see him giving a little tap on Potter's skate there.
It's going to be Dylan Lucier who rifles one at the chest of Mathieu. Kuncum does take it still, though, for Boston. Tries to Michigan again. Mathieu puts up the glove, says don't even try it. Plays down to Nicolaitis at the point. Tried to push it in, but Kuncum wasn't there. He was retrieving back. He's going to go for a change as the Leafs try and break it out of the zone. Here comes Stacy. Stacy moves it, trying to move it forward. It's batted out of the air with a high stick, but it's going to be no call here by the referee. Pouliot has it taken away. Rifles it over, still loose in front. Good pad saves here by Saint-Hilaire. A battle for it now is Pouliot. Moves it down to Stacy, who goes all the way down to Bisson here. Pursuing after is Nicolaitis, and finally a good defensive effort. Bellavina is going to take it here for the Bruins. Jumps right over the stick of Dylan Lucier, however, and the Leafs do hold the line. In pursuit of it is Nicolaitis again, trying to poke it forward. Pushes his man off the puck. Bouncing behind the net. The Leafs trying to settle it down and get it back. The Bruins desperate to clear the zone. As now it's going to be trying to be pushed forward. A good pinch by the defense, but Nicolaitis will eventually take it out. Now it's going to be Lucier who walks in with it. Misses wide of the mark right there with 14 seconds left in the first period. It's a 4-1 lead. An early barn burner here. As it's going to be played forward. A couple seconds left, but the zone is broken out of. The Leafs take it back, and that's going to do it here for the opening frame. But just like that, it's a 4-1 lead for the Leafs. They already chased the starting goaltender from the Bruins out of this game, and Saint-Hilaire had to come in. But some great magic, as we saw from Preston Potter, Noah Bisson, and some other names in this early matchup.
Yeah, the Leafs have just completely outclassed the Bruins in this one. That's all there is to it. The Bruins are a very sound team on both ends of the ice, and they do a lot of things very well, but they just haven't been able to keep up with the Leafs. There's too many weapons, it seems, for the Leafs offense. They have Pouliot, they have Potter, they have Bouchard, they have Bisson, and they have great defensemen, one being Zagara, and then the goaltending right now by Matisse, I believe, or Mathieu. Mathieu has been on point as well. There's nothing you could do when the player you're defending has elite puck handling skills. Putting a body in front of him isn't always going to get it done, and it clearly hasn't been getting it done for the Bruins here after one period.
So you do have to ask, if you're the goalie that is chased from the game from the Bruins, what's the advice that you want to be hearing from the coach right now when it comes to you give up 3 goals, you're chased from the game early on, how do you bounce back for the rest of the tournament?
You just got to have a short-term memory, right? Like all athletes, especially in this tournament, people want to see you play, and you're playing in this tournament to put your name out there, so it's how you react. It's not about how hard you get hit, it's about how many times you get up, as Rocky Balboa once said. So we're going to see how he bounces back here, and if Saint-Hilaire could help defend the Bruins' record right now and mount a comeback for them. But the Leafs don't look like they'll be stopped anytime soon.
So plenty of time still in this one with 2 frames left. As we know, we've seen a lot of comebacks transpire. Even today, we've seen some really great efforts, as we saw the Bruins team actually lost a comeback victory against the Blackhawks earlier on. So looking to see if they can be the Cinderella story in this one. With the puck in the circle now, it is won here by the Bruins. Nathaniel Kuncum going to take it up. Kuncum, lead shooter, he's going to go pad side, and it's going to be steered away here by Mathieu. Pepin holds it in the line. Whacked at here by number 19, Loic Roy on the Leafs. Roy. Nice spin move, but he loses control of it. Nathaniel Kuncum going to take it here and almost jostles into the referee, who knocks the puck forward, actually. Soudis tries to move it over to Boucher. It's going to be taken by Dory, who moves it right over to Pouliot. Pouliot going to walk in with it, a couple of moves. Looking for a man to pass to in the slot, but no one's home. Dory trying to pinch it forward, goes between the legs of Soudis, thankfully. Moves right down to Pouliot. Pouliot hits his stick and it sort of trickles, but it's going to be Soudis who takes it, and he's going to move it over to Noah Bisson. Bisson, he's got Pepin in his face. He's going to leave it over to Soudis as there's a line change for both these teams. The referee almost knocks him down a little bit by accident. And now Pouliot's going to come back the other way. He's got a man with him. It's Bellavina. Moves over to Bellavina. I think that was a save made by Mathieu right there. Way to get across and stifle him. Now another shot comes on. He thinks the stick save a bit easier on that one. Kuncum still trying to fight for it. Pouliot trying to play it forward. The other Pouliot holds him in the line, and finally Zagara whacks it out. And now here comes Preston Potter. Preston Potter, a man falls down. Potter walks in, shoots, glove save, rebound, scores! It's Heracles Soudis. The initial save by Saint-Hilaire is made, but it's 5-1 off the rebound, scoop and score for the Maple Leafs.
And you see the Boston the Bruins defenseman tumble, and then Preston Potter takes the breakaway there. He misses that, but the goalie putting so much attention on the goal scorer, Sudas able to secure that rebound and put it right past him before St. Hilaire is even able to get back up. So just great attack by the Leafs. And you got to love what you're seeing right now. It's 5-1, 12 minutes, not even 12 minutes into the game. 11 minutes and 17 seconds into this game, we've seen 6 goals. So who knows what's going to happen and how this will unfold as they face off once more.
The Leafs seeming to run away with this one. You sort of hate to see a lopsided win in these tournaments, but you do like to see some nice goals being scored, and that's what the Maple Leafs are doing, as now they try and take it again here into the offensive zone. Here comes Preston Potter again, shoots off the mat, still loose in front. Pouliot tried to play it home, and it got cleared away. Sudas, who just scored the goal, makes it wide of the mark. Going to be a high slapper here. It's still loose as Stacey tried to take that one. It's going to be Nikolaitis who battles for it. He's got Pouliot on him, gives him a bit of a shove. Sudas goes in tight, hits the side of the goal. Going to be knocked down by Pouliot, who puts his Nikolaitis onto the boards. Or excuse me, that's going to be Bellavina who was pushed on the board. Nikolaitis gives a shot to Pouliot afterwards. Bellavina's coming in with a head of steam now for Boston. The Bruins going in, Simon Bellavina in front, Dylan Lucier scores! That connection has been very on point in this tournament, and that might give a bit of breathing space or some energy and revitalizing this Boston offense.
Bellavina and Lucier there making a very nice play to put the pressure on Mathieu, scoring the goal there. Not able to save it with the pad is Mathieu, and now it's 5-2 for the Leafs. This still might seem out of reach, but with so much time left in this game, you just got to believe, if you're the Bruins right now, believe in your guys, because with chemistry and with perseverance, you could tie this game up.
So in the faceoff dot, we have Nathaniel Kuhnkamp coming against Boucher. It's going to be won by the Bruins. Pepin is going to take it and try and get the feed. It's going to be Kuhnkamp who settles it down. Daniel Kuhnkamp's going to walk in with it, shoots. Stick save made here by Mathieu. Be picked up by Bosom, and then Kuhnkamp again. He's going to try and circle with it around the faceoff dot, settle it down. He's going to move it right over to Dory. Dory's going to try and dump it in deep here. Pouliot gets whacked a bit, turns and fires, but it's far high of the mark. Dory's going to have to retrieve it now. There'll be no icing because it was a Bruins player who shot it down. Dory hits the brakes, has it almost taken away by Bisson, but he still holds on to it. Trying to clear up, comes to Nathaniel Kuhnkamp, and it's a good feed pass here. And now Pouliot's actually going to take it here. Pouliot passes it over, but a good defensive play here. Couple players take a tumble. No call here made by the referee. No penalty is what's indicated. Finally settled at the line by Pepin. Goes off a player on Bruins and not on goal, unfortunately. Flicked high in the air and then settled down by Dory. Dory's going to move it right over to Kuhnkamp, who moves it forward now to Allau. Allau going to walk in with it, shoots. Save made by Mathieu. Still Kuhnkamp in the mix here, trying to put it on goal. Goes wide on the mark as he tried to bring it in front. Off the backhander. Kuhnkamp still with possession of the puck. It seems like he's had puck possession all frame. Shoots in, walks in, good shot. Rebound goes through the crease. The net is off its moorings as Elliot Allaire is going to talk with number 7 on the Maple Leafs. That's Lincoln Hart. As Lincoln Hart shoved Allaire into the goal, and that's what knocked it off its moorings, not satisfied with that.
And you see Kuhnkamp holding Lincoln Hart back, not wanting anything to start between the Leafs and the Bruins, and you see the mutual respect between Kuhnkamp and Zagara there, the two big men getting off the ice to change lines. And that goal by Lucier really lit a fire under the bench of the Bruins right now, and they've been attacking and attacking time and again so far since that goal, and just exciting to see how this one unfolds.
Pierre-Alexis Pouliot wins the draw here on the tie-up for the Leafs, but it's still loose, and the Bruins still trying to whack at it. They're really desperate to come back in this game. They're showing it with the reinvigoration that they have. Still whacked forward by the Bruins. In pursuit of it is going to be Wah. Wah goes off the boards here. Played briefly by the Bruins. Nikolaitis. Now it's going to be Preston Potter with some speed here. He's ever dangerous when he has the puck on his stick. Potter still with possession of it, going to move in, takes a whack from Dory, still has possession of it though. Tried to flick it around the boards and Nikolaitis intercepts. Then intercepted by Heracles Sudas, who shoots it on goal, but actually goes wide of the mark. Lucier going to try and tap it forward, but Heracles Sudas intercepts it, only for Lucier to take it right back, only for Sudas to take it right back. Hits off the referee and will be finally settled down here by Dory, but in his own zone with plenty of Leafs around him. They try and break out. It goes over the stick of Allau, and it can be handled briefly by Roy, who tries to play it forward. Dory's going to take it out instead. Jack Dory moves around the player, looking to break out his Bruins. and it's a big feed here. Out races them. There's going to be icing waved off as Alau now in the mix. He falls and takes a tumble. There will be a penalty called here. I'm curious to see who calls it. It's going to be against Alau for a hook as he got his stick in the mix and then fell into the boards. Looks like a bit of a shove, a disagreement from Alau. Obviously, I would. I'm never happy when I get a penalty called on me. But Blake, what's your assessment of what you're seeing?
Yeah, I don't know if I would have called a penalty there. Like, believe me, I have no business being a referee in hockey, but right there was just two players racing for a puck there. No malicious intent behind the actions of Allaire there. He was just trying to get to the puck before Lincoln Hart, and Lincoln Hart ended up going into the boards as well there. So questionable call by the referee, but the Bruins are just going to have to swallow this one as Allaire will be in the box for the next 2 minutes. And there, Lincoln Hart will actually get a penalty as well. So it looks like these penalties will offset, and it will be 5-on-5. At least that makes it a little bit better in the case of Allaire.
Yeah, the Bruins bench was successful in advocating for Lincoln Hart to be sent to the box as well. I don't know what else they're asking for, but they said there was an obstruction or some roughing to a degree, but either way, 2 men in the box, 1 for each team. So we're going to have some, is it going to be 5-on-5 still, or is it going to be 5-on-4? We're looking to decide here. I believe it's going to be 5-on-5, and we're just going to have offsetting penalties.
Exactly. Seems like there's 5 men on the ice for the Leafs, and the Bruins seem to have 4 right now. And they're the refs motioning for Boucher to go back to the bench, so it will be 4-on-4. 5-2 with 5 minutes and 20 seconds left in the game.
Bissot in the dot here. He's going to face off against Pouliot on the Bruins. That's Antoine Pouliot. And the puck is dropped. It's a tie-up briefly, but the Bruins take it now. It's going to be Pepin who's going to take it across the ice. Past the center line. Whacked away by Zagara, though. Be shuffled over here by Capolna. Capolna off a skate. It looked like Pouliot's. Pepin settles it down and moves it right over to Nikolaitis. Alex Nikolaitis. He's going to move it right back over to his partner here, Pepin. They're going to be actually taken away by Capolna, who is whacked away. Easy call for the referee as Capolna looked to be streaking in on goal. And he takes a bad hook here by Thomas Pepin. And there'll be another guy in the box with 1:33 left in the first penalties here. Bruins, even though they pleaded initially with the first call, get a man in the box not 27 seconds in.
That's a tough one for Pepin. He turned over the puck there, whiffing on the pass, leaving it there right for Capolna to score another goal. So I don't know what you prefer more as a coach, your player letting a goal up right there or committing the penalty to make it a 4-on-3 advantage for the Leafs. Either way, we'll see how this one unfolds. With 1 minute and 33 seconds left, it'll be 4-on-3.
So the puck is shot down here by the Bruins. It's going to be held by Mathieu, who's going to play it over to Zagara. Francesco Zagara, the big captain here for the Maple Leafs. He's going to walk in with some speed. Tries to make the extra move to get around Dory. Looking for a center in front. He's going to hold on to it still, and he's going to go right down here to number 10. That's Stacey. He goes across now. It's going to be Bissot who's going to walk in. He's got the space. Shoots. Glove save made by St. Hilaire. Rebound! Was free for a second, but swallowed up by St. Hilaire. That'll be a breath of air here for the Bruins as it was dangerously in front of the net.
Yeah, St. Hilaire had a bit of trouble early on in this game securing the rebounds off the initial shot, so great reaction time there for him, preventing a 6th goal for the Maple Leafs. And will face off in the Bruins zone.
So in the dot, it's going to be Boucher against Bellavina. And it is dropped and won by the Leafs, and Preston Potter almost had a shot on goal there. Nathaniel Kuhnkum going to try and take it away by the Bruins, trying to tip it up the board, and Potter sends it over to Boucher. Kuhnkum in the mix still too. Dory's going to give it to Kuhnkum. Kuhnkum, he's just going to clear it down. Smart move and try and kill some more time off that penalty. Reminder, it's still 4-on-3 hockey right now, so plenty of space for these two teams to utilize as Boucher's going to take it in now. Brandon Boucher's got some numbers with him too. High mark shot. Looked like it went off the shoulder initially of St. Hilaire and then off the crossbar and into the meshing behind the net.
Boucher, not a name that we've mentioned much in this game, but he's kind of flown under the radar in this tournament, but he's also another player on this Maple Leafs offense that's dangerous with the puck and has a very, very crisp shot when he puts it on net. So you got to be careful for him as well. Him and Potter make a very good line on the penalty kill, even though they're actually on the power play, excuse me. And now they're going to reset in the neutral zone, it looks like.
So in the dot, it's still going to be Boucher for the Leafs versus we have Antoine Pouliot on the Bruins on the other side. It's a tie up here as Bellavina from the point is going to send it over to Lucier. Dylan Lucier is going to walk in with it now. He's got the long reach of Zagara to deal with though. Zagara, as Potter gets his stick in the mix as well. Lucier somehow still with possession of the puck. He's going to play it down, but no one's there. It's going to be taken by Loic Roy, who's going to feed it right over to Boucher. About a minute to go in the second penalty here. As Preston Potter's going to take it in from the neutral zone into the offensive end, off a skate and right back to Potter. Preston Potter moves it on over. Goes over to Roy. Roy. Played back to Zagara, who moves it over to Potter, settles it down, moves over past Pouliot, and he's shaking off the puck here. Boucher tries to send it in front, whacked at by Zagara, but finally the Bruins do clear the zone. Lucier tries to feed it front. Zagara couldn't hold on to it, might have sprung a release back to the other way. Bellavina tries to take it now in the corner. Simon Bellavina as now Allau and Lincoln Hart both come onto the play as there was a shot on goal, but a nice save by Mathieu. So the only penalty that remains is to the one of Thomas Pepin with 22 seconds left in that one and 3:15 left to play in this second period.
I don't want to jinx it, Connor, because I'd like to see the Bruins attempt the comeback here, but they've been doing a very good job on the penalty kill. 22 seconds left, as you mentioned, in the Leaf zone. All they need to do is just buy a little bit of time here, get a couple shots on net, and then Pepin can come and help out.
Just to help you out here, not jinx you, Blake, I'll just say the Leafs look like they're going to win this one, just so we have satisfied both sides. So Tudor Capona going to walk in now. He has to deal with Nikolaitis in front of him. Could be a bit of a shove and a battle between these two players. Capona still with the puck on his stick. Tudor Capona off the skate and almost bounces dangerously in front of the net. Nikolaitis had to clear it away. He's got Zagara on him. The Bruins do get it out of the zone, though, as it's Bosom who has it, and it's taken away immediately by Heracles Soudis. Soudis going to walk in with it now. Soudis, nice pad save made by St. Hilaire as he had to look through traffic at the same time. And it's going to be a bouncing puck initially, only for Bosom to have it. Tried to spring Pepin, who came out of the box here, as both teams are now at even strength. Pepin can't hold on to it. Kuhncum will, though, and he'll take it in for the Bruins. Cuts to the center of the ice. Got plenty of Leaf sweaters around him, and smartly and wisely, I should say, covered up here by Mathieu, and we'll get the stoppage in play.
And Kuhncum and Zagara showed each other some mutual respect earlier in this game, but Kuhncum looking to be a little bit frustrated now as he was harassed by the Leafs defense as he was trying to undress the defense by himself. Didn't really have any teammate there to help make a play for him, but he's going to go off the ice and take a rest now. He's been on there for a while.
Puck is dropped, and Pouliot loses the draw, actually, as Lucier is now trying to find for it, but Pouliot gets it right back, only to be taken away by Simon Bellavina. Bellavina on front. Lucier couldn't tip it home. The other Pouliot on the Bruins now. Antoine picks it up. Could be a bouncing puck here. Dylan Lucier, some nice moves in the middle, going over to Pouliot off the crossbar and high into the meshing here, as that's going to be another stoppage in play.
Yeah, I didn't even realize that piece of mesh was there until the shot went errant all the way up into the Raptors. And 2 minutes left to go, 2 minutes and 36 seconds left to go in this period. The game will end at 3:50, so 12 minutes left in the game total in real time and ice time.
Pouliot has it in the corner here for the Bruins. He's going to play it down here to the Bellavina. Bellavina goes across now to Nikolai. He's going to take a shot. Easy block save here by Zagara, who tried to move it forward now to Soudis. He got some Bruins all over him as Jack Dory takes it away. Dory still dealing with Soudis, who tries to take the puck back, and he's successful in that. He's still got Dory all over him. We're going to move it over successfully to Bellavina, who takes a bit of a shove from Pouliot. Lucier, he's going to spring it right over to Pouliot. Antoine Pouliot moving in to the forehand. Pad save made by Mathieu. Still loose in front. Backhander swallowed up by Mathieu again.
Yeah, well, it's hard to come back in a game when you're down 5-2, when Mathieu is putting on a performance like he is for the Leafs. You know, the Bruins have made efforts throughout this game in spurts trying to attack the Leafs defense and Mathieu as well, but he's done a great job at holding down the fort and making crucial saves when it matters the most.
So in the faceoff dodge, going to be Boucher against Bosom. Kuhncum tried to lift the stick, still sort of loose in front. Lincoln Hart has to clear it away. Off the referee again. Boucher's going to take it and clear it around the boards. Capolna tries to settle it down. Actually goes through his skates and Dory's skates. Moves forward now. Pursue after it is Capolna. He's going to be met by Kuhncum, however. Daniel Kuhncum. We'll move around with the puck now. Daniel Kuhncum Wow, just undressing a lot of Maple Leaf sweaters. He's going to try to go between the legs. He's going to actually run over number 19 on the Maple Leafs and takes an extra shot, as now Nathaniel Kunkam is protesting, even though it looks clearly like he cross-checked him. Either that or Loic Roy was holding onto his stick, which is, I believe, what Nathaniel Kunkam is pleading his case about. Not sure if a penalty is called, but the referee's definitely discussing things.
Yeah, Kunkam doesn't look like he possesses too much aggression in this game, so it's possible that the sticks were wrapped up. When one stick is wrapped around the other and players are against each other, it's tough to figure out who's really at fault there, if it was just completely a fluke. But when Kunkam pushed number 19 on the Leafs into the goalie, that was Loic Roy. When he pushed Roy into Mathieu, it looked worse than it actually was. So he'll go to the box right now for a 2-minute minor.
So Boucher's in the dot again against Elliot Allaire. And it's won by the Bruins briefly, only for the Leafs to try and take it back. Boucher moves it in front here, still loose in front. St. Allaire has to cover it up. It's still loose, trying to whack at it, hits the side of the goal. The whistle was blown as the referee lost sight of the puck. It looked like it had been covered up and sort of squirted into near the open cage, but thankfully hits the side of the goal and the whistle there, as the Leafs almost got another one. 1:09 remaining in the second period. So we'll just do it again, but now on the other side of the face-off dot. Centered around here by Nikolaitis. It's out of reach of him. He'll try and poke it forward, but actually hits a player on the Leafs and it disappears. It's not Preston Potter, so it's not a magic trick by any means, but it did disappear into the equipment here of number 9 on the Leafs. That is Noah Bisson.
Yeah, Noah Bisson was a little confused. He felt something there, and it was the puck. And a minute left in this period, a minute and 40 seconds left on the power play for the Maple Leafs.
So the puck is trying to be poked forward here. Pepin, he's going to try and clear it out, but it's not. It's intercepted by Capona along the boards. Bouncing puck for Loic Roy, who's going to shoot it high in the air, off the glass. That's a penalty. It's going to be delay of game, I believe, on Loic Roy, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I'm not sure what his intention was there. It's hard to say if he really meant to shoot it out of bounds or if he was just trying to dump it off the glass around the net for one of his teammates to recover. But either way, that is going to be a delay of game.
No, I don't believe it actually is going to be a delay of game. It looks like they're just looking for another puck.
Oh.
So I think even though it looked like he got under it and just rifled it too high, I believe the call is because it touched the glass before it went out. And it's the shorter glass around the sides here. It's not a delay of game. I guess that's what's advantageous when you play in Arena 3 like this. Now Bellavini is going to take it. He's going to try and go between the legs of Zagara. Zagara, good defensive play as he ran out of room. Preston Potter is going to take it now. Turns on a dime and sort of dekes out Allaire.
You see me, now you don't.
Stretch feed here to Sudis. Goes right across to Pouliot. High shot here, but actually it's gloved down and swallowed up into the chest pads of St. Hilaire. 25.3 seconds left in the second period. 1:06 left in the penalty here. Or wait, why is there a penalty put on the board? It's a little confused on that as there's no man in the box, but still 25.3 seconds left in the second period.
Yeah, the scoreboard's been messing with us throughout this tournament, but that's all right. Great save by St. Hilaire.
But they are playing 5-on-4, though. I don't see who's in the box. Oh, there it is. It is Kunkam still that had the penalty. I forgot about that. He just disappeared. He's talking to the scorekeeper. As now here come the Leafs back the other way. It's a 3-on-1 with Allaire trying to get it back in the mix. A puck's over. Sudis. It's swallowed up quickly by Hilaire, but it comes out now to Preston Potter, who tried to go the sharp angle shot, hits the side of the goal, still loose here, sent around the boards, and that'll do it for the second frame. So despite the Boston getting one more, and well, the Leafs and the Bruins both have one more tallied on the board, but it's 5-2 in favor of the Leafs.
Yeah, that was a very crucial last minute there for the Bruins because they almost let in a couple goals there, but St. Hilaire, was able to prevent that from happening. A lot of opportunities there off the rebounds. We really thought Preston Potter was going to pot in his third goal there, but unfortunately for him, he didn't. But fortunately for the Leafs, they're still up by 3 goals. But if the Bruins have any chance at going back in this game, Connor, I think Hilaire needs to secure a shutout, at least in the third period, because if they let in one more goal, I think it's over.
I think so too. I was just chuckling a little bit at Chris Zagara, who is not being utilized for the Maple Leafs as the other goaltender. He's explained to his mother what he was doing on the other side of the bench, and he said he was doing the scorekeeping a bit, as we have a lot of players in this tournament who are also assisting out and doing scorekeeping for us, so we appreciate that as well. And it's a tall task playing hockey and trying to do math at the same time. Not an easy thing, trust me. I struggled with it growing up.
And there we have both teams at their respective bench strategizing for this last period. 40 seconds left on the power play for the Leafs. The Bruins have done a good job for the first minute and a half almost, killing this penalty with their biggest player off the ice right now and arguably one of their best. So they're waiting for Kunkam to come back in. Zagara having another conversation with his mom over here. He's going back to his scorekeeping duties. And his brother, Fernando Zagara.
Francesco, excuse me.
Francesco.
Oh, no, Fernando, you are correct. That's Fernando. On me.
Oh, no worries, Connor. So Fernando Zagara at the blue line looking to spearhead this defense, for this Leafs team.
So we're only getting 5 minutes left to play here because it does read 3:45. Again, the game will end at 3:50. Settled down here by Stacey of the Leafs in his own end. The Leafs looking to just kill time with a 3-goal lead and only 5 minutes to play. Well, less than that at this point. Preston Potter moves it forward. Sudas has it knocked away from him, only for Pouliot to try and play it forward. Bellavina is going to try and take it down. He does. Gets past center ice. Takes still a couple of whacks. The Bruins, had to get onside, and they do finally, but not before Preston Potter takes it right back. Potter with some ice to work with. It's a 3-on-2 rush here. Potter briefly lost it here, so now the Bruins do get to come back and reset. Kuhn comes out of the box, and it's 5-on-5 once again. Sudas trying to center it, though. Nobody's there. Stacey has to settle it down as the puck came into the air. Potter tried to center it in front for Pouliot and hits a stick and goes wide. Heracles Sudas in the mix now with Kunkam along the corner. There's a battle for it. It just squeezed out, and Bellavina is going to take it. Pouliot whacks at it. Potter, the extra move. Preston Potter going to walk in front. Saved by St. Hilaire. It was still free, and now it finally gets out. Bellavina is just going to center it around the board. It looked like it did touch the stick of Mathieu, so it won't be icing. And now pursue after it as the Bruins and the Leafs are going to fight for the puck along the boards here. Does come free, but Bellavina is going to elect to take it out instead. Bellavina hits the brakes. He got Suudis who's following him move for move. Nikolaitis going to take it. He's going to feed it in front here to Bellavina. He almost knocked away. Still loose though. A fight for it now, still loose. Kunkam's going to take it. A shot here, just misplaced here by Bellavina. Knocked out of the air. No goal as he deems the high stick went past the crossbar. So the Bruins don't get a goal in the end, unfortunately. There is going to be a discussion, though, between both referees. It looked like some impressive hand-eye coordination, but I believe the baton, yep, it's no goal is the final call as the stick did cross the crossbar.
Was that Kunkam with a high stick?
I don't know if it was Kunkam. I don't believe so. It was definitely a taller player. I thought it was Bosom, actually, number 22 for the Bruins.
I personally thought that was a fair goal. But hey, that's why I'm up here and I'm not a referee. So
unfortunately, no points for impressive play, I guess. Puck is dropped, though. Dory tries to move it forward. Allaire trying to settle onto it. Kunkam with a deflection, nothing going. Tried to wrap it around. He couldn't hold on to it, though. Bosom with it now. Less than 2 minutes roughly to play in this one. It's going to be Bosom circling with it. And try to get it over to Nikolaitis, who was streaking in. Nikolaitis falls to the ice, actually, as Kunkam takes it from the corner. Kunkam with Zagara all over him. Not playing the stick, but playing the man. Really good work here by Fernando. Trying to move it in front. Good idea. William Bosom was right in front. And I think he just got way too under that puck. And it goes high over the net and high into the meshing. And we'll have the stoppage to play once again.
The Bruins have done a good job at stopping the scoring spree for the Leafs. The Leafs scored 4 goals in the first period, and it's still 5-2. So they only score 1 goal in the second period, an 7.5 minutes into the third. So the Bruins have done well in that regard, stopping the Leafs from scoring. But unfortunately, they haven't been able to execute other than the 2 goals that they scored in this game.
So the puck is dropped. Brought in here. Kunkam going to try and fire it, but wide of the mark. Bosom trying to get at it. A couple players still whacking at it. Bosom trying to take it up here for the Bruins, but it does come out of the zone, and so he'll have to go back and retrieve it with roughly less than a minute left to play. No one has indicated to me whether or not we're going to let time run out. So for now it says 2:24 on the scoreboard, but it is 3:49 p.m. Pouliot, he's going to take it here for the Leafs around center ice. Pouliot trying to play it forward. Dory knocks it away. Suudis is in the mix too. Going to be Preston Potter, who had it on his stick for a brief second. Going to be taken away by Nathaniel Kunkam. Stretch feed here by Bellavina. Shoots. Glove slide. He scores. Simon Bellavina off a really good assist by Kunkam, who indicates to the referee that one went in because last one was called. It was disallowed here. So just like that, it's 5-3.
Unfortunately for the Bruins. That was a beautiful goal, by the way, by Bellavina. And great way getting past Mathieu. Mathieu is trying to psych himself back into this game. And now the Bruins, if they scored that first goal that was called a high stick, they'd be within one. But now it still looks like the Leafs are going to go away with this one.
So they're not going to pull the goalie because they can't be. It's in the wrong end for that. St. Hilaire, a feed in front for Potter. On the other shot was Heracles Souris, who thought he had a wide open net, but it goes off his stick and high into the meshing once again. So we'll have another face-off. I believe it's still going to be inside Boston's end here. 3:50 is the current time. 1:47 left to play in the third period, but we could have a goals or a buzzer sound to end the game because it is 3:50.
Yeah, I think this one's going to end up in a win for the Leafs.
So it's going to be taken by Bellavina, who just scored the goal. He moves it over to Lucier, who thought it'd be a good idea to make the feed. Can be swallowed up by Mathieu, who wisely and calmly is going to just freeze it up, not taking any risks with a 2-goal lead.
And now we're going to face off in the Maple Leaf zone. If there's ever a time for the Bruins to come back, now it's 3:51, so they might let this play out. If there's ever a time for the Bruins to come back, it's right now.
So it's going to be one here in control by the Leafs. Push it right over to Bisson. Blocker save made. Had a bit of a wide open cage there, but St. Hilaire really good reflexes to keep it out. It's going to be a delayed icing, and finally it is called as Fernando Zagarich just going to let it go past the goal line, and we'll reset in Boston's end.
Yeah, and it looks like the referees are going to let this one play out right now. Boston looks like they lost a little bit of energy with, and there's the final buzzer. So it is going to be a win for the Maple Leafs.
So that is going to do it, yeah. So the Maple Leafs take this one as we see Mathieu celebrating with his team. So it's because of the early 4 goals that were put up by the Leafs. Boston, or the Bruins, try their best to come back in this one, but the Leafs hold on. So that's going to do it here for this matchup. Still plenty of action left today and then for the rest of this week. For NHL Kids, I'm Connor Tomalty here with Blake Saraga saying thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.